and welcome back to my channel. So today I've got a very special guest here with me. She's an amazing entrepreneur and she's doing so much, so I'm really excited for you guys to get to know her a bit more and her business. So Iman, thank you so much for coming and for joining us and for sharing your journey. Can you tell us a bit more about who you are, where you're from, and what are you doing? What's your business?
Okay, my name is Iman Malmberg. I am from Stockholm. This is my base and I live here with my 2 kids and my wonderful man. I'm the founder of Grounded Factory. So we are a yoga lifestyle brand who designs trendy yoga mats in sustainable materials.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So the whole yoga scene, I know when we spoke a bit before, you said that you found there was quite an interesting way how you got into your business. Can you not tell us a bit more about like how did you start your business, or why did you feel like I need to start doing yoga mats?
I just kind of accidentally fell into this, to be honest. It was a few years ago and it was the whole boom where all these training clothes came in different patterns and in different designs. And I just realized that in the yoga world, nothing have happened with yoga mats for the last forever, like since the 70s. It's always one colored, it's never patterns, it's
quite plain.
Quite plain, yeah. And I was thinking about it so much, and I was like, why isn't there any trendy, fashionable yoga mats? Because yoga today it's not as niched as it was 30 years ago. It's actually everyone is doing yoga.
Exactly.
Everyone you meet. And it's like the girl on the street.
Yeah.
And she's not doing yoga 7 days a week. She's a city girl and she loves yoga, but she also has so many other different parts in her life that are important for her. So we're thinking of that person and having her in mind when we were starting to produce the yoga mats. Yeah.
Are you one of the typical, your typical client in terms of the yoga mat?
I am the client, actually. Yeah, I'm really the typical client. Yeah.
That's interesting.
You could say that I'm designing for myself or doing this for myself. Yeah.
Perfect. But when you said that, you felt like you saw a need, where did you see that? Was it because you felt yourself that actually I want something more colourful? Is that the kind of need that you thought? Did you find other friends or someone else who said that actually I would have loved to see that kind of product?
It was actually because I wanted to have one pretty yoga mat. I want to have a mat because people that do yoga a lot, especially at home, they want to have their mat rolled out all the time. We don't want to put it away because then we kind of forget to do yoga. When we have it rolled out, it's kind of a reminder that you should spend some time on your mat. And for me, it's important to have a mat that's so beautiful that I want to have it rolled out all the time. And as
kind
part
of
of my
blends
interior.
into yeah, exactly. Yeah. Interesting.
Actually, my home looks like a Grounded Factory home.
Really?
Yeah, when people come there, it's like, oh, it's pink walls, it's a lot of greens. Yeah.
I would have loved to see your home.
I'm getting old now because I'm getting green fingers and I'm doing all these plants and stuff.
They stay alive because I keep killing mine. That's perfect then. So I see why you kind of decided to go that way as well. Okay, so thank you for sharing all of that now. I'm just thinking we should go more into a bit more about your journey and that kind of stuff, because when I meet entrepreneurs, I get a lot of people that feel like they see these big entrepreneurs or people like you that have come a long way, and they feel like these people are so far away from them, they don't see where they're going to connect. So I kind of want to share a bit more about your journey, how you've taken yourself from that one day where you thought, okay, this is an idea and let me produce something, where you actually start producing your product and start selling it. But what has been the toughest part of your journey? Can you tell us a bit more about your journey from start to where you are now?
I think when we started, I'm happy now afterwards that we didn't know how hard it's actually gonna be, because it's so many parts that you don't even think about is gonna come up, and they do. You need to learn to be flexible.
Yeah.
You can't. It's really good to have a plan and try to stick with that plan, but it's also good to be flexible, and whatever comes in your way, you have to learn how to deal with it. So you're gonna learn to be an expert as a problem solver. Yeah. Because problems are gonna come.
That's essentially what you are.
Yeah. And it's actually what you are. You are a problem solver.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it's
But do you feel like there was something in particular that you felt on the road that you're like, oh my gosh, I definitely did not know that this kind of happened? Because as you're saying, I get a lot of entrepreneurs that are like, oh, I've got a 30-page business plan and I'm going to do it according to this. But then it's like the reality is it kind of never happens the way you expect it to happen. Like you're going to hit roads and you're going to have your customer saying, do you know what, I don't want that. Yeah. But you have to change it. So I really like the advice you gave about being flexible, because I think that's the reality, to be honest.
It is.
So the question is more like, what did you find on the road that you felt like, I would never expect this to happen?
First of all, the workload. I think our first year, because we had a new product, it's very visual. Because of Anja's contacts, like she have a big network of people in the field that was supporting us. So we had the industry on our side when we started.
That's
and we got a lot of like press coverage and people who actually wanted to promote our product. But when the news kind of fades, it actually, then you really have to start working on your product and on every part of your company. It's really hard to pinpoint one thing that's really difficult, but I know that the parts that we really felt from the beginning that we could, but it's going to be too much of a workload. So we have been really good at outsourcing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we haven't been doing like our economy. We have help, someone is helping us with our economy. The same with the logistic part. We use a third part logistic that takes care of all that. So we haven't been at home packing. It was actually the plan until 1 week before we actually launched. Yeah, we're gonna have them
in your own little cupboard.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. And then we realized it's like 800 kilos.
Yeah.
That's coming. It's like
in the everyday packing. That's smart actually.
Yeah.
But what was it that made you feel like, no, we can't do this on our own? On the day before you actually started, or was it more like a strategic decision that you realized, oh, we've got so many orders, we actually can't physically handle it?
No, we just realized we need to have a good warehouse and a good relationship with them. We want them to be based in Stockholm. We got the advice from many people like, oh, you should have it in Poland, you should have it somewhere else where it's much cheaper. Yeah, but we felt like it's one of the core things when you start. Like your customers need to trust you, and how will they trust us if we don't trust the warehouse because we don't speak the same language?
Exactly.
And we don't know what's gonna happen if, with the orders. And we want to have a good communication with the people we work with, and even with every person we work with, we have like a really good relationship and
that's really
good communication. Communication is key between the people inside the company, but also with everyone you're working with.
Because I think they can make or break your business. I've seen so many businesses that I had like a fashion company that I was coaching, and they had their production in China, and there's absolutely nothing against having your production elsewhere. But when they broke down and they didn't communicate it to them, everything broke down literally, and they weren't able to produce it to their customers, and then basically they went bankrupt because of that one production. So I really agree with what you're saying, like the communication is so key, especially like between you as partners, but also outwardly as well. Yes. That makes sense. But okay, so you did your production, you started delivering it. How did you get your customers? Because you're the typical customer, so maybe you had friends or whatever, but like how did you start reaching out to people?
I think, I'm not gonna say we were lucky, but in a way, I think we were, lucky might not be the right word, but I think we were right in time.
Okay,
it was just in the beginning of the yoga boom, at least here in Stockholm, because we're looking at US a lot, and like the yoga boom in LA and New York has been going on for a while now, for a long time. But in Stockholm it didn't really happen until we launched, to be honest.
Really?
So it kind of came in that period, and suddenly everyone was doing yoga events. Every company, it didn't matter if you were working
with champagne, yoga with everything.
And it didn't matter if you were like a company doing interior or whatever it could be. They all wanted to have yoga events, and there we were. We were there with our new mats, and they were very visual.
Yeah.
And people really liked to take photos of them. So they just kind of popped up everywhere. So I think
the right timing.
It was the right timing, yeah.
But did you kind of think of it before you started, or was it more like a coincidence
I think it was kind of a coincidence, but at the same time, I get the idea because I saw all these other Swedish brands like Under the Same Sun, for example, coming with their eco-friendly, sustainable, patterned yoga clothes. And my first thought was, why isn't anyone doing this in mats?
Yeah.
Because even if I love their clothes, I'm the kind of person who likes to wear plain Lululemon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of boring in that way. I don't want to have pattern yoga clothes, but my mat, it can be as crazy as possible.
Exactly, that would be your little accessory. Oh, that's perfect. That actually makes sense then. And I love how you kind of went from like, this is something that I want, and then you just went for it. And it was kind of like, okay, let's do it. Why not create a business?
Like, why wouldn't they want to have a pattern? Like,
exactly. Well, I've actually only got a blue one, a plain blue. So I'm one of those boring people.
Yeah, I'm gonna hook you up.
We'll sort it out.
Yeah, of course.
Because I love the pink one with the green detail on it. It's so cute.
It's one of our best sellers.
Really?
Yeah.
I can imagine. But I'm just thinking, like, how many products did you start with in your category? Did you do one first, or how did you know how many to kind of?
We didn't know. We didn't know. We made a mood board, and then we changed everything together with our designers after their input. And like they are the best. Adriana and Paula is amazing. Without them, I think they are the two key persons in Granit Factory that not everyone know about.
Oh, okay.
But they're the two women behind all our patterns. Like they are incredible designers, incredible women, both of them.
Wow.
Yeah. So. Yeah, together with them we did a mood board, and our initial, I think the first collection we launched was 8 different models. And then we came with 8 more. It's so funny with our patterns as well, because the one that have been the ones getting like most press coverage, the crazy banana and pineapple mat, that's the one who's actually been selling the worst.
Really?
Yeah, but now when we're totally out of them, it's like people emailing me.
Now they want to, because it's sold out.
And it's not only from Australia, like emailing me from everywhere, from like Australia, like can I get a banana mat? And like we were struggling to get rid of them, and now everyone wants them.
I wonder why that is.
I don't know.
Is it because it's sold out, or I don't understand?
I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet.
Maybe someone like has written about you guys and had that one mat.
Probably.
Somewhere around the world.
Yeah, but I think it's the same with the first collection we had. Like as soon as the mats, like the models were sold out, then it's like the real need for them started. Yeah.
Okay, maybe it's like a mentality. I don't know. That's really interesting.
Yeah, maybe.
That's really, really interesting. Okay, so one of the other things that I noticed as well, that a lot of the entrepreneurs that I consider successful in my eyes have a team behind them, or they have people around them that have kind of pushed them to get to where they are. And I think you see that in anything, like in athletes, they have a coach or whatever it is, someone has like a support system around them that can help them forward. So I just want to talk more about like what kind of people do you have around you, or have you found that there's been one key person that kind of made you like tip over and kind of helped you push your business a bit further?
It's hard to point out one single person, but I have a few. I mean, I would say a few women, strong, powerful, like humble, amazing women in my life that is actually always pushing me. Some of them probably don't even know that they are one of the key people. But we just recently started working with Ebba Buktugani, who's she works with strategies for companies, and she have like her knowledge, her experience and background is like she's
invaluable.
It's invaluable, really. And they're all, I think what they all have in common, except for being like very successful, they're all very humble and nice people, and they're willing to help you. I've met so many incredibly helpful people since I started this journey, and you wouldn't expect it to be such a, like this climate, at least here in Stockholm, I believe is like everyone is like, it's not so much what's in it for me, it's more I can help you out, you don't need to help me back. But on the other side, I would of course help you back. And I also meet like young entrepreneurs in their, like just in the beginning of their journey now, and if someone want to have a lunch or meet me for a coffee or like talk with me about their ideas, I'm always, as long as I'm not like over busy, I'm trying to do that as much as possible. Like pass it forward.
I think that's so sweet, because I've noticed as well, I think sometimes you look at like startups and entrepreneurs and you're kind of like, oh, no one's going to help me. It's so competitive. And sometimes people kind of think that, oh, I shouldn't share my idea with anyone because what if they steal it, that kind of thing. But I think as you're saying, like, I think the more open you are, obviously if you have like a really secret idea and it's patented and all that kind of stuff, maybe you don't want to tell everyone about it, but just expressing to people that I have this idea, I want to do this, or I need to get in contact with this person, or do you know anything about this? You'll be surprised how many people actually want to help out.
Yeah.
Because I think at the end of the day, I believe that people are good at heart, like from the get-go. So like just asking for someone's help and just being able to share the knowledge and everything that you've gone through. Imagine all the years you've worked and then not being able to use it. It's like,
but that's what I feel. And especially in like the startup scene, everyone is really like, I want to help out. Yeah. Like entrepreneurship is my passion.
Exactly.
Like tell me about your idea. I can help you out. Maybe I know someone who can like, and it's really nice. It's very beautiful. I think
it's so valuable, and I think that's one of the things I would recommend to anyone. Like, if you know someone or if you have an idea, don't be afraid to share it. Like,
no, reach out and try to meet the person.
Exactly. Yeah. And even just like, I don't know about you, but I get a lot of messages on LinkedIn or things like that are like, oh, I really like what you're doing. Can you help me? Or like, can you just have a phone call? Because I think sometimes people expect it to be like a lunch or something. But I think sometimes you could even start like with a phone call. And just be like, okay, so I've got this idea, what did you do? What was your first step, kind of thing? Because it's hard to know where to start. I don't know about you, if you had people around you that were able to help you, had already done the, like,
definitely.
Before,
So many people.
Yeah.
So many. Everyone from like a startup story. Which are based here in Stockholm as well. They are the best. And, like, we were having random lunches with people that
just like, what's this? What's that? But I think that's perfect. That's what you need. And I'm guessing like you probably wouldn't have been here if it wasn't for all those people.
Yeah, they really helped a long way.
So what would your recommendation be for someone who wants to start now? Like, what kind of people do you need in order to start and run a successful business?
I don't think you need a particular person. I just think you need to be, as I said before, flexible with your idea. I think the most important thing is just to start.
Yeah.
Because you can get stuck with all these business plans. Your business plan should be one side. Yeah. Like more or less one side. I don't think it should be...
Did you use like a business model canvas or...?
No, we just like wrote one.
Wow, one,
interesting. Yeah, and then it changed along the way. And I think that's also part of it. Like you see what works and what doesn't work. It's like... Just remove it, don't waste time, like struggling with something that doesn't work. Yeah. So about the people you need, I think just like go with it, and then you're gonna find out what kind of help you need, and then you try and do the best of it. I think the hardest part is actually to start, because you have this idea, and you can find like 1,000 reasons to why you shouldn't start it. Yeah. It's not the right time. My economy is not right at this moment, or I need that partner and she's busy with that job. I mean, you can find so many reasons. I think that just go with it, and it doesn't have to be so big. You can start as a hobby on the side of your job and see where it takes you.
But what was that pushed you over and kind of felt like, okay, I'm gonna do this anyway?
I think adrenaline.
Yeah.
It's so much fun, and you never know where anything is going. Yeah. And it's always the same. Like when I get any idea, like when you just launched the ethical kaftan collection. When I got the idea, it was like, this is the best idea in the world. Like, everyone's gonna love it. And then until like the last like phase, then when you actually have like all these like products at home, they just arrive, and when you're about to launch, it's the same thing every time. Like. Who will buy this? Everyone's gonna hate it. Everyone's gonna tell us this is so ugly. Like, why would anyone want to buy this? It's just like the self-confidence being from up here. It's like just like nothing. And that's when you need like good people around you who's gonna be like, come on, of course they're gonna love it. Yeah, you can do it.
That's so funny though. Yeah. But you still went for it, and you just like, I'm gonna do it. I don't care. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah. But I think that's also something that we don't really talk about too much in entrepreneurship, like the feelings that go behind. I know that for me personally, it's been such a roller coaster. Like once you're like, oh my gosh, everything's amazing, like everyone wants to help me, and then you're like, no, but nothing's going the way I planned. Like everyone's saying no to me, and I think that's one of the things that you literally can expect. All the no's. I don't know about you, but like you get so many doors shut in your face.
Yeah, it does happen. Yeah, you just need to pick yourself up.
Yeah,
because no one else is gonna do it for you.
Exactly, and just be patient as well, kind of thing.
I think it's so easy to take everything so personal, and you have to like remember sometimes like it's not you it's not that they don't like you as a person. It's about this product might not be right for this store, and maybe it is right, but not at this moment. Maybe it's 6 months from now it's gonna happen, but not now. So I think you just need to try and keep your own energy up, your own being positive.
Alright, so thank you so much, Iman, for sharing your journey and like how you started your business and got to where you are now. I think the next thing we need to do is to get into our 5 short questions. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yes. Alright, so the first one is, what did you dream of becoming when you were young?
A world traveler. The only thing I was talking about was traveling the world. So walking around with my Paris and New York t-shirt and be like, I want to go to Paris. And my mom was like, you're 4.
Like, where are you going?
Yeah.
That's so sweet. Have you traveled the world yet?
I have.
Oh wow, everywhere?
Not everywhere,
kind
but
of.
It's on my list.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So
I love traveling, it's my passion. Yeah.
Ah, you can take your yoga mats with you.
Yeah.
Perfect. Alright, so the second question is, what advice would you give anyone wanting to start their own business now?
I think most importantly is to do something that is true to your passion. Like be true to yourself. What do you actually love doing? Because you're gonna have like really hard times, and you really need to love what you do. If you're not gonna manage to keep it up unless you actually love the product that you're like working with. So I think like be true to yourself and like really look inside. What do you really love to do? And make that your job.
Yeah.
Because then you're gonna have a job that you love, and that's
the whole point.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And you'll be able to push through all the hard times as well.
I think so.
It helps at least.
It does help. Yeah.
Perfect. And the third question is, if you could do one thing over again, what would that be?
Oh, that's a tricky one.
Yeah.
If I would do one thing over again, I think I love the startup phase.
Yeah.
I love like you only have an idea and you have no idea how it's gonna look like, but slowly you start getting like pictures and it's all getting together and you're finding the right people to work with, and and I think nothing ever beats like that moment when you have produced something, you have created something and you get it in your hands and you're like, oh,
it's mine.
Yeah, it's like having a baby. It's like, this is my baby. Touch it and I'm gonna kill you. It's like, that feeling is amazing, and I don't think you need to be an entrepreneur to do that. I think I get a little bit kind of because I paint a lot and I do with ink, and it's the same feeling when I have created like a nice painting that I'm really proud of. So I think that phase, like that moment when you're actually holding something that you have created yourself, it's quite nice. It's really, it's good for you.
I can imagine.
Yeah, it's fun
and
also.
have your new collection as well.
Yeah.
So maybe that's the similar feeling, or
it is, but it's not as powerful as that first time. When we got that first 8 sample masks and we had rolled them out in the hallway in my old apartment, and we were just like walking around there like for an hour, like this. We made these.
Yeah.
Like
that's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. And all right, so this is a dreamy one. If you had no limitations in the world, what would your life and your business look like?
I have that one all figured out. I have bored my friends so much with this amazing idea that I have. So I'm gonna have a nice, amazing glamping on Ibiza.
Really?
Yes. And it's gonna be, it's a little bit like Soho Farmhouse for you who have been there. It's like, like it's a tippy camping, and it's gonna be in Navajo style, and we're gonna have a nice fire. And it's also gonna be a bed and breakfast, but it's gonna be a creative bed and breakfast.
But in a camp?
Yeah, in a camp. But it's gonna be like, not hippie, but very boho style. So we're gonna have nice peacock chairs, and I'm gonna take care of all the food because I love cooking. I love healthy cooking as well. So it's gonna be like all these avocado toasts and green smoothies, and I'm gonna make it for everyone. And in the evening, we're all gonna like gather around the fire, and we're gonna barbecue some hot dogs and stuff on the sticks. And I'm gonna invite all my creative friends. So like, if you're a photographer, you're gonna come in. You're gonna come there, invited on a Saturday, and you're gonna have a workshop. And then I'm gonna like force my boyfriend to play some live music Saturday night, and and for my friend who makes like jewelry, she's gonna come and have a jewelry workshop. So it's gonna be a creative retreat.
That sounds amazing though. Yeah. And it sounds like you've already got it figured out.
I have it all figured out.
I love it. Maybe that's your next venture.
It's my next venture. Only problem is that my kids have to...
They have to come.
They have to be in school in Sweden. It's like the law. So when they finish school, by that time, maybe I'm like finished with Grounded Factory. And we can do this journey together.
I love it.
You can help me with the cooking.
Exactly.
And I'm gonna hold all the classes in the mornings, of course.
Oh, I love it. Sounds amazing. But can you just explain a bit more what glamping is for those of you who don't know?
Ah, okay. Yeah. So people don't know what glamping is?
Some people, I only heard about it like, was it 3 years ago?
Oh, really?
Something. It was like a British series from Essex, and they all had glamping.
Okay. It's like a luxury camping. So instead of, I love like normal camping too. I also love like sleeping in the car.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, we put the like seats back, and we have like this duvet with us and like all the pillows, and it's really really nice. Yeah, we do that sometimes when we go to festivals.
Oh, that's so cool.
Okay, so glamping is fancy camping, I would say. So you have a nice bed and nice pillows, and you don't have to bring your own food because we're gonna do the food for you, and like everything is like served. You have toilets, and so this glamping of mine is gonna be connected to this big house.
Okay.
So you don't have to, like, if it's raining and stuff, you can just go in there. And,
I love it.
And paint with me or do yoga or something.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. So the last question is, what is your #1 life hack?
I'm gonna borrow this from my first yoga teacher, Larry Schultz, and he taught me that do yoga and everything else is coming.
Really?
Yeah, it solves everything.
Yeah.
Like mental illness. Okay, I'm not gonna joke about it because like some people is actually really sick, but you can see that yoga helps with everything. Like a lot of people who's suffering from pain or like when I was really depressed and really low, and I think it really helps me to balance everything out, like my mood and my emotions.
So is that part of your morning routine? Then you wake up, you do some yoga?
I'm trying to have it as a routine. That's my biggest struggle, I would say.
Finding a routine.
It's really hard. Yeah.
I'm the same.
I wish it was like as easy as it sounds. You just roll out of your bed to your beautiful mat that's there, like waiting for you, and you just do your. But my mornings is like quite hectic with kids jumping in the bed, and it's like you're trying to find their clothes and put them on and make breakfast for the whole family. Yeah.
But that's life, I guess.
It's fun too. Yeah. I love chaos. Like,
that's what you thrive in.
Yeah, I think so. Like I started appreciating being alone when I got older, like now as a grown up, but I don't think I was meant to be alone because I'm never alone. It's always someone in the house, always. So I love it. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. Well, thank you so much for answering all those questions.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, it's been amazing talking to you, and I'm really excited to see your journey and to follow where you're going with the new kaftans and the new mats. When's the next collection coming? It's
coming in the beginning of September, and it's gonna be a travel. It's gonna be a travel mat. It's gonna be really thin. It's because our customers they love traveling, and they want to bring they want to have a mat that's lightweight and they can bring everywhere without feeling that it's heavy or taking up a lot of space. So it's gonna come a travel collection.
Amazing. Yeah. So it's gonna be interesting following you. And if anyone wants to follow you, where can they find you?
They can do it on Grounded Factory on Instagram and on Facebook as well. Yeah. Perfect. For our Swedish followers, it's mostly in Swedish there.
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching, and if you have any questions at all for me or Iman, just make sure to comment or send us an email and we'll try and answer the best we can. So thank you for watching. Bye.
Thank you so much. Bye.